Hi, how are you? Okay, so today's been a very strange day. I don't know if I've ever told you guys, but I have an uncle who has pretty much spent, well, he's spent my entire life, and he's pretty much spent almost his entire life in a hospital. And he is in his 70s now, and he's essentially been there since a teenager. And not too long ago, he was missing. He was missing for us. We didn't know where he was. My mom had called to make an appointment to go see him. And when she called, they said he was no longer there. He had been moved. But they wouldn't tell her where he went. They wouldn't tell her anything. So for about a week and a half, we could not find him. We could not figure out where he was. Nobody would tell us anything. You know, HIPAA laws, all this stuff. And so eventually I was able to spend about 3 days on the phone calling every place on earth that I can imagine I can get some information from. And I did find somebody who was willing to give me a hint without telling me. So through that hint, I was able to locate him. And after I located him, I let them know, hey, my mom wants to come. Well, I just told them I was my mom. So I told them, I want to come see him. When can I come? And they set up the arrangement, and my mom showed up the next week. And after that, I told her, when you get there, because I told them what happened. I said, he's been missing. Obviously, you guys knew where he was this whole time, but we didn't know where he was, and we couldn't find him. So for us, he was missing. And so I was able to get that settled. And I told them, when I show up, I would like to be registered as his point of contact, because the person who was his point of contact has now passed, and that's not helpful for us. So they were able to get that arranged, and now she is supposed to be notified anytime they move him. She's supposed to be notified anytime there's any information to be, told to someone. And so he has a new diagnosis, and they moved him again. And my mom called to make the appointment to go see him, and they said, he's not here anymore. And she was like, oh God, all over again, because she thought we were going to have to search for him all over again. She was able to speak to his caseworker, who told her, I'm sorry, I'm just backed up. I'm sending a letter out to you today. But this is where he's at, and this is his new diagnosis. So they've diagnosed him with dementia. He's in his 70s. He has been in a hospital for 55, 60 years. It takes a toll on you, right? Like bad nutrition, tons of medication. It takes a toll on you. So it's been rough. It's been a rough day to hear that. My grandmother and my grandfather were both diagnosed with, my mother's parents were both diagnosed with Alzheimer's, dementia, and they both passed. My grandmother, her death certificate says that she died from that. My grandfather, it says that he died of a heart attack. He died in his sleep of a heart attack, which is how a lot of people at that age die. But, to hear this now, it's kind of scary. And it's something that I've been telling my mom that I'm concerned about, and I've been reading a lot of studies that talk about how menopause, perimenopause, women, and they tend to fourfold men when it comes to Alzheimer's and dementia diagnoses. On top of that, there are studies that show that 5 milligrams of creatine a day can help with your brain functions and keep you from developing dementia. On top of that, the appropriate estrogen, which is estradiol, also helps to mitigate that concern. So I've told my mom, who's about to be 60 next year, you know, you need to talk to your doctor about it, see what options they have for you. I don't know that that's something that you can do because, you know, you've already been post-menopause for more than 10 years, which is where they recommend that you start. But hers was surgically induced because of the hysterectomy, so we don't know, like, whatever. But anyway, so I've sent her some creatine so she could at least start that, and we'll go from there, you know, because supposedly Alzheimer's dementia is genetic, and that's a little even more concerning. I do also have, my brother came to town. My little brother came to town for an interview, and I picked him up yesterday from the airport, and then he was supposed to come here and we were supposed to stay here, but he was concerned, about the time that it would take for us to drive to the airport to his interview, and the lack of sleep that he would get. And, you know, he's coming from California, I'm here in Texas, so he's losing 2 hours, and he's just not a morning person, and he was just really concerned about that. So he asked if we could just stay in a hotel. I told him that was fine, if that's what he wanted to do. So we stayed at a hotel near the airport yesterday, and so I just got home, and I told him that I would wait for him to get out of his interview, which was set to be like 6 hours long, and that I would take him back to the airport. He didn't want to do that because he said, after the interview, they will shuttle you back to the airport. And I think he felt like if he told them I already have a ride, that would like affect his chances or something, because he was really nervous about getting this job. But anyways, so he did get the job, so that's great news. And it's a little kind of like, you know, a bittersweet day, I guess, because I'm really proud of him. He was very, very anxious and concerned about this, and this is something he really wanted. And he has another interview Thursday that I'm going to also go accompany him to. But yeah. So let's get into it. Today I weighed in at 292 pounds even. So that is a 2.1 pound loss from last week. And let's get that notated in our handy dandy notebook. 292 even, which, by the way, now means I am 72 pounds down since starting Mounjaro, which means I am now 192 pounds down since starting this weight loss journey. £192 pounds. I've lost more than where I want my goal range to be. That's insane. That's insane. I do have a therapy appointment in 6 minutes, so I do want to get the coloring in today, and I will get this in because we haven't done that, and this is the page for today. But we do need to get in our gratitude journal for today, and you guys already know because I made a video about it yesterday that I honestly don't know how to word it. In my gratitude journal about like the mindset change that I've discovered, I don't really know how to word that in here. So I'm just gonna, for now, I'm just gonna write it as mindset change. No more I don't know how to spell sabotage. Sabotage I don't know. But let's just say that's right. I'll put that in there. And I mean, I don't know. I guess I can explain it in there, like in detail, but it's, you know, a little scar. But I just wanted to make sure that that was in there. 2.1 pounds is pretty good this week. I will take it. I'm excited about that. Oops. Down. Okay. Yeah. This is great news. So I will put that in here too, actually. 190. What did I say? 192. And then 72. So I'm just writing a bunch of numbers. I'll come back and fill in the blanks in a minute. But so this is how it turns out. Yeah. That's pretty cool. So again, just a little bit of bittersweetness today. For those of you who have family members who struggle with mental health disorders, I promise you, I understand. I do. I have my own mental health disorders. But it is what it is, right? So I'm high functioning, so that's good. Yeah. So this week, I am going to prepare you guys now. This is going to be a week of a lot of movement, a lot of like chaos. And we don't know yet whether or not David's going to be able to accompany me to Atlanta, but I'm going to be going on my own at least. And I'll just be there. If he doesn't go, I'll just be there most of the day on Wednesday night, come back Thursday. It's not for anything exciting. It's not, I mean, you know, it's not for anything exciting for me. Like, I'm not going to be doing anything out there or anything. I'm just going to be accompanying my brother and making sure that he's mentally prepared for what's going to happen out there. But outside of that, you know, I'm going to be having a night in a hotel, just like last night. So I will see you guys soon, okay? But I hope you guys are having a great day. I would love to hear all about it in the comments down below. You guys already know. Let's go ahead and leave a smiley face emoji in the comments down below. It lets me know you got this far, and I really appreciate it. I just want to give you guys your digital logs. That makes my camera lose its mind every time. Oh well. But I will see you guys soon, okay? Bye.